Not for the stage. Today I'm going to be making a new video. Sorry if you hear like background noises. There are many people in my house or where I live. So this is going to be what if Naruto was neglected and had the rinegon. So to start off this video, I'm going to say that Naruto is born the same way, but the change here is going to be that Naruto is going to have siblings. He's going to have man the siblings called Menma and Mito. Sorry if I started, it's been a while since I've recorded a video, so I'm a little bit rusty. So Naruto is born with siblings called Menma and Mito. So Naruto, when he was being born, Kushina nearly died, and she has resentment or she hates Naruto for some reason. But Naruto, when he nearly died, the sage of the sixth path was walking by, and he saw that Naruto was going to die, so he gave Naruto his power so that Naruto could survive and grow up to be like a great ninja someday. So the sage pour all of his remaining chakra inside Naruto. In this order, if I'm going to say that there is not going to be Indra and Ashura reincarnations. So Obito still attacks, and the nettles is extracted from Kushina. But Minato, in this order, I'm going to say that he was pretty much strong enough to take down Obito. So to turn Obito as fast as he could, and he went back and used a seal that can split up the Nantes in two so that he can seal it. Sorry guys, I had to pause for a while. So I'm going to say that Minato uses a different seal and he splits up the Nantes into three parts, and he sells like 45% of the chakra inside his Tora Mito and 50% inside his son Menma, and 5% in Kushina so that she can live because she was already dying. In this, what if I'm going to say, the rule is that if you get the chakra back, you can live. So Kushina lives, and the only thing that was left, it was the soul. Kushina said, give the soul to Naruto, and Minato said, okay, because Minato resented Naruto too, because Naruto nearly killed his wife. So Naruto the sealed the spirit of the Nantes, or the soul of the Nantes, inside Naruto, and they thought that maybe the Nantes will torment him or do anything. But as soon as the Nantes went inside Naruto, he sensed the chakra of the sage of the six path inside the kid, and he decided not to bother him and not mess with this chakra control. When Naruto was 4 years old, Naruto was interested in books, reading, and doing things, but he was not that interested in training, doing ninja stuff. But Menma and Mito were interested, and they could use some basic jutsu like the clone jutsu, not the shadow clone, like the clone jutsu. So guys, he knocked something over, so he could use a basic clone jutsu, so they can use like basic jutsus. Sorry guys, my brother keeps missing the recording of it, just keep making noise and making noise, and there's nothing that I can do about it. So Menma and Mito could use like basic jutsu, like the normal konjutsu. So Minato thought that they were prodigies, and when Naruto asked Minato if he could train him, because he saw that Menma and Mito were getting trained by his father, and he thought that it could be fun. So he said, Dad, can you train me? And Miyato said, no, you are not strong enough. He just left him dead. And when Menma came the same day, this is happening at the same time, and when Menma and Mito came to Miyato and said, Dad, can you train us? They were doing this to spite Naruto, to make Naruto feel bad. They said, Dad, can you train us? Minato said, oh yes, I can train you. So Naruto was heartbroken and he just went back into the house. When he goes inside the house, Kushinawa said, Naruto, why didn't you clean the house? Why didn't you? And she started beating up on Naruto. Naruto was beaten up and bruised, and he just decided to go to sleep in its room where it was located in the basement. So Naruto goes there and sleeps. I'm going to time skip when Naruto was 5 years old. Naruto is going to be coming back from the playground when Naruto arrives. This is when Jiraiya is going to come and say that the sage of Mount Mieboku told me that there's going to be child of prophecy, a child of prophecy, and Jurai interpreted this wrong. He thought that it could be Menma or Mito, but he didn't consider that. He said anyone can be. So 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 Jiraiya came with Tsunade and they told them the news, and Kushina was happy and said, "May it is my Menma and Mito." And Jiraiya brought up the topic that Naruto, I think you should find Naruto another apartment because Naruto will be messing up with Menma and Mito's training, and he needs to make sure that boy is not matured enough. So the in Kushina's mind, this was the perfect opportunity to kick Naruto out of the house and and get rid of him for once and for all. So she agreed, and she managed to convince Minato to agree. So when Naruto came back home, Naruto said I to Jiraiya and hello to everyone, and he was going to his room. When he was walking to his room, Kushina says, Naruto, stop. We need to tell you something. And Naruto said, yes. They said, Naruto, you're going to be living on your own from now on. Naruto said, why? They said, Naruto, you need to you need to learn how to be a grown-up and take care of yourself, because you will never grow up if you're living with us. You're so childish and you don't even know how to do basic ninja stuff. Naruto said, why? But you guys don't teach me. And then Kushina just slept. Naruto said, are you talking back to me? I'll beat you up. Go pack your stuff. And Naruto said, okay. Naruto went to the apartment that he was given, and he went there and unpacked his stuff. Naruto, when he was there, he felt a sharp pain in his eyes. When he wanted, he went to the mirror to look, and when he see the sharp pain in his eyes, he saw the Sharingan. Guys, I'm not going to give Naruto the rinegon yet, but I'm going to give Naruto the rinegon when he's older and he's trained. I think that the Sharingan evolves into the rinegon, so I'm going to start with the Sharingan. He saw a two-tomoe Sharingan in both of his eyes, and Naruto was confused. All of a sudden, Naruto just blacked out and he was in a mindscape. This mindscape was dark and filled with water. Naruto said, "Who are you?" Talking to the old man that was in. The old man said, "My name is the Sage of the Sixth Path, and if you want, you can call me Agoromo Otsutsuki." So Naruto said, "Okay, Sage of the Sixth Path, why am I seeing you? Am I dreaming or something?" And then the Sage of the Sixth Path said, "No, you're not dreaming. You are here because I chose you to inherit my power. You are going to be the child of prophecy who's going to save the soul." Naruto said, "A child of prophecy? What is that?" And the sea said, "You were chosen from birth because you nearly died when you were being born. And I saw that your parents were going to mistreat you. So I gave you a little power to boost your endurance. How do you think that you have lived all of this time? Because if a normal person gets abused like that, he would have died." Naruto said, "Oh, so what must I do now?" The said, "You're going to train for 4 years until you're 9. You're going to train for 4 years." So Naruto trained for 4 years. I'm not going to say what he trained on, what I'm going to say Naruto trained for 4 years, and now he was 9. And Naruto already unlocked the Mangekyo because the sage gave Naruto the Mangekyo, but he's not yet perfected. But he has mastered the third Tomoe Sharingan. So Naruto goes to the academy and he passes like a normal person would, and he passes like a normal person would, and he graduates at the age of 12, because I'm going to say that they go to the academy for 3 years. So he graduates the age of 12. So Kakashi, I'm going to say that at the exam, Naruto pulled a shadow clone jutsu and a wood clone and a lightning clone. And at the shuriken test, Naruto managed to hit all of his targets. I'm going to say that Naruto passed with flying colors, or he was the best in his class. He passed he was the rookie of the year. Let's leave it at that, because I don't want to explain, because I have to do something and it's pretty much late. So Naruto passes passes and he graduates. The teams are announced. Naruto is in team 7 and Kakashi arrives. I'm going to say that in team 7 I'm going to make it a 5-man team. It's going to be Menma Kushina, Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto. So Kakashi arrives and say, "Yo, you're my team. Meet me at the roof." Yada yada. So they go to the roof and Kakashi pretty much tells them that what are goals, dreams, and likes. Naruto said, "I don't like anything pretty much, but my hobbies are reading books and training." Menma said, "I want to be the Okage and I love hanging out with my friends." Sakura just did the same thing. Mito said, "I want to be the Okage." Sasuke said, "I want to kill a certain someone." So Kakashi said, "Meet me the next day. Meet me tomorrow to in the training grounds." Sorry guys if I started. It's been a long time since I made what ifs. He said meet me in the playground or training grounds so that we can assess your skills, or so that we can hold the test. So they meet there, and I'm going to skip this. I'm going to say that they passed, all of them passed, and they did rank missions for a month. And after the month, Menma asked Minato for a higher rank missions because he was tired of doing D rank missions all the time. So Minato gave them the Tazuna escort mission, and Tazuna walks in, and he this time he does not make fun, or doesn't make fun of Naruto and the bunch because they look strong. So the next day they meet up. So guys, I'm going to end this off, and guys, I want to ask you something. Tell me in the comments below, or just tell me if you would let me to make like a Discord server account, I don't know, or Instagram, so that you can get alerts on when I'm going to post videos and what is happening. I'm going to make an Instagram exclusively for the channel. So tell me down below if you want me to make that, or Discord server, so that you guys can interact with me. So peace.